Having a farm area is one of the most foundational steps you need to take in order to be successful in real estate. In this webinar, I'm going to walk you through how to define a farm area. So we're going to need a couple things to get started. First and foremost, you want to log into mfrlogin.com. We're going to need two tools from this page. We're going to need to access Matrix, and we're also going to need to access Realist login right here. The third tool is I want you to go to drive.google.com. Make sure you're logged in with your OneBlue email. Then I'm going to have you click on New. If you scroll down to Google Sheets, click on the right arrow, and then from a template. We're going to start something from a template. It should pop up with a couple different options. One of them is our C21 OneBlue Farm Area Calculator. Click on that and let's create a new document. We're going to need to pull some numbers from the other two tabs in order to fill this out, but this is going to help us evaluate whether or not we're looking at a good farm area. So the big three keys, let's talk about them. Turnover rate, monthly inventory, and market share. From a turnover perspective, we take the number of sales over the last 12 months, we divide it by the total of homes in the farm area, multiplying that by 100, it'll give us our turnover rate. We are looking for a community or a farm area that has a turnover rate of at least 7% or higher. The monthly inventory, this is how many months of inventory are left on the market. This assumes that if no new listings hit the market today, how many months would it take for us to deplete the existing supply of homes? So we put in the number of active listings currently, the number of sales over the last 12 months. We multiply that by 12. That gives us our monthly inventory that we have left on market. The last one is market share. Ideally, we would like to see that no other agent or office has a dominant presence in the farm area. We define that by being, does any other office have 25% or more of the market share? Now, I've created this cool tool for you because it'll calculate a couple things. All you need to do is fill in 1, 2, 3 numbers, and then evaluate and choose yes or no, which we'll get to here in just a second. So first, let's go find a farm area. So from mfrlogin.com, we're going to go into Realist, which is our property tax website. We're able to get the total number of properties. So let's scroll down here. Here's the office. I'm going to scroll in just a little bit more. And I know there's just some great communities that are over here to the right that we might want to farm. So right here, let's take a look at this little wedge right here. Let's see how many homes are in this wedge. Now this does calculate all properties, so we want to make sure we try to keep it to residential. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to drive it here and keep it just on the property lines. Let's go all the way over to this property. I'm going to draw it out. And let's close the polygon. So once I have my polygon, I'm going to click search. Now, if there was more than 1,000 properties, it would have prompted an error. A great farm area is going to have at least 500 homes. And more is great, but just remember, the more you have, the more work you're going to have to do. So depending on your budget, because you're going to be doing direct mail, door knocking and such, you're going to want to keep it manageable at first. So if I scroll down here to the very bottom, this has 373 properties. So looking at this area, if we wanted to see if it was a viable farm, we have 373 homes available. So I'm going to go back to my calculator, total homes in the farm area, and I'm going to put in 373. Great. We've got a couple of things we need. So now we're going to go into, I'm going to show you, here's our map. I'm going to the matrix, and I'm going to do the same map search. Okay, so I'm going to come up. I found Hofner, so here's where we're at. And I'm going to draw as best I can. And obviously you might not be perfect, but do the best you can. The exact, very similar. Okay, it doesn't want to. it wanted me to do that. All right. Boop. Polygon to get all these same properties. The reason I'm coming back to here is because I want to check some sale data. So I want to include this shape. So only properties in this shape. I'm going to go back to criteria. Here in the sold kit section, I'm going to put 0 to 365 because I want to see how many properties have sold in the last 365 days. I look down here at the very bottom of my screen. I hope you see it, 18. So 18 properties have sold in the last 12 months. I'm going to uncheck that and check active, and there's 2 active. So I go back to my farm. We've sold 18, and there was 2 active, right? 2 active properties. All right, now I'm gonna go back and I can stop right here to be very blunt. If I look at this, my 2 numbers, we have a problem, right? In the very beginning of the video, I said that we need to have a turnover rate of 7 or higher. Monthly supply of inventory, 5 to 6 months of inventory is healthy. So just looking at this, we don't have a good farm area. But there is one more question. If these were both green, I would ask one more question. Does any office or agent have more than 5 sales in the last 12 months? And I'm going to choose yes or no. So let's go back at the matrix for that. I'm going to go back to my sold, my 0 to 365. I'm going to take off my active, and I'm going to go to my results. Now, I'm going to drop this down, make sure I have enough. As you can see, there's 18 sales, so I'm going to scroll over to the right, and I want to see from the list office side, the selling office, who has the most, who sold the most properties in here. Click on agent name. Brad Young, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 5. No other agent does have many. Home Vest, but no other office has it. So then I'm going to come back here. Does any office have more than 5? So we need more than 5 to hit it. So we don't, because he only had 5. So our 3 criteria, we need 3 greens. Unfortunately, we have 2 reds and a green, so this wouldn't be a good farm area. So there you have it. You have the ability to evaluate a farm area using just 3 simple tools and not having to do any math. Using MLS Matrix, using Realist, and our brand new C21 OneBlue Farm Area Evaluation Calculator. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know.